Sometimes the best thing that can happen to you is for something to go wrong. That happened to me 2 days before NaNoWriMo began and involved a call to 911. Stick around to hear the whole story.
Distinctions for Life, helping you get what you really want in life with small changes that make a big difference.
Welcome to Distinctions for Life, where I help you get what you really want in life with small changes that make a big difference. I'm your host, Ron Davis. If you would like more advice, visit my website at distinctionsforlife.tv. NaNoWriMo started Sunday, November 1st. 2 days before that, on Friday morning, I was sitting in my office reading Orson Scott Card's book, Characters and Viewpoint, getting ready to start Nano. And then I heard a scream from the other end of my house. More than one, in fact. I got up and walked calmly to the bedroom, just as I had been taught in paramedic school. You see, paramedics never run to anything. What I found when I got to my bedroom was my wife laying on her side on the floor, moaning. I checked for blood and saw none, and encouraged the dog away from her and out the back door to the backyard, and then I asked what hurt. She had a death grip on her thigh and said the pain was in her leg. She had been getting ready to get in the shower. She'd taken off her underwear, picked it up with her toes, and tried to throw it in the dirty clothes. She missed, hit the hamper with her foot, and twisted her hip. Then she had fallen, and we now know, broke her hip. I was able to get her to finally let go of her leg, and we did an assessment hoping that it was just something minor that would pass. But after a few minutes of no ability to move without excruciating pain, I called 911. The rest of the day was filled with ambulances, COVID-constrained emergency rooms, and a lot of waiting. By the end of the day on Friday, we knew that she was going to need surgery to fix the break in the femoral neck of her leg. On Saturday, she had 3 long wood screws drilled into her and was a patient in the hospital. Sunday morning, I started writing my novel, The Adventures of Space Girl Red. This was not the best thing that had ever happened to me, nor was it the best thing for my novel, but it did give me a new distinction for life. Embrace constraints. Sometimes having a lot of time doesn't help you get things done. Suddenly having to balance hospital time, distinctions for life work, and writing gave me a new set of constraints. I couldn't put off anything. There simply wasn't time to waste. I remember years ago in college hearing someone say, if you want to get something done, give it to a busy person. That seemed strange, but even then I saw that it was true. You see, busy people have constraints. They don't have time to waste. If they take on a task, they will make it happen. Because they probably have a system for leading their time, and they don't wait to feel like doing it, they just get it done. During all of this, I was listening to an audiobook called Pep Talks for Writers by Grant Faulkner to prepare myself for NaNoWriMo. Frankly, I hadn't been getting much out of it until I reached the chapter titled Embrace Constraints. I thought he was going to talk about the limits on your medium as a writer, but instead he talked about the limits on your time, and that you should accept them and make writing a priority. This reminded me of something I heard Cory Doctorow say on a panel one year at FenCon in Dallas. If you don't know who Cory is, he writes science fiction. He is the co-editor of the very popular blog Boing Boing. He works with the EFF and the Open Rights Group, and, well, you can see that he's a very busy guy. On that panel, he told the story of how one day he realized that if he wanted to be a writer of fiction, he was going to have to fit it into his schedule. So, anytime that he was waiting for a panel to start or sitting around during a recess in court and had a few minutes, he would pull out his laptop and work on a book. It was important, and that meant that he had to make it work. He couldn't wait to be in the mood. He couldn't have the perfect habit to get going. He just had to use the time he had and write. All of this came back to me as I sat by my wife's hospital bed waiting for test results or someone from radiology to maybe show up. That was when I learned to embrace constraints, pull out my laptop, and write. Question of the day: what constraints do you need to embrace? If you really want to be a writer, You must write. Not want to write, not plan to write, but put fingers to keyboard and write. If you want to follow my progress during NaNoWriMo, a link to my profile is in the description. Also, I will be doing live streams once a week during November. Thanks for watching today. If you liked what you saw, give me a thumbs up. This channel is all about helping you get what you really want in life with small changes that make a big difference. Until next time, I'm Ron Davis. Ow, elbow hurt. My elbow hurts, not hers.